All right, fun stuff for you here at TheBigToyAuction.com. We've got for you some Hot Wheels cars. These are, each one is from the DC universe. These were made in about 2011. These are for your collection. What we've done is we've made all four of these available, but we'll put them in separate lots so that you can fill out holes in your collection if need be. And if that's not to your liking, we'll do them as a choice so you can get an instant collection all at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through each one individually. We'll show you what's going on with the car so you can see that car. Then we'll show you the bubble as we do that so you can see that there's no breaking, cracking, yellowing, etc. in there. And then finally we'll hit the front and back of the card so that you can get a good idea of what's going on. That's the best way we found to do the condition reports here so that you know what you're going to get. So let's zoom right on in. And this is, of course, the Flash. That was an interesting effect there. I thought it was a green screen we were using, but no, it's just the Hot Wheels underneath there. All right, so first off, you get this pretty cool, super hyper futuristic look right there on that speed car with the yellow and the red, typical Flash colors. Caution, way too hot, watch yourself is written on there. You can see there's no cracking, no damage to the bubble itself. What I love about these cards, we'll zoom back out on these, is they do this particular, it's a neat design choice, but it also makes sure that these don't get crushed. Of course, what do we have here? A slight ding nonetheless. So let's check that out. Yeah, you can see it right there. Slight deformation of the card. I'm going to shine the light on the rest of the card so you can see. Again, what that light does is it shows you any differences on the surface, any kind of deformation. You got some slight schmutz right there. What appears to just be some typical shelf schmutz, but I don't think rises to the full level of a scratch. Interesting that they put the J tag protectors on the back. Most of these that we've seen coming from Hot Wheels and DC, they put them on the front. What does that do? I guess it makes it a cleaner surface and you get to see all that artwork. But then when it kind of muddles the artwork a little bit, so you see slight kind of denting, well, that's from the attachment of this. This there, we'll show you all the nooks and crannies. We'll show you the bottom, a little schmutz right there. Use a wet towel. We'll show you the back as well. Looks to be a slight scuff on it right there. And what appears to be just the slightest bit of kind of banged into something, but I don't think that noticeable. Right up here to the camera, show you the rest. And there you have it. So that's going to be the Flash. I'm going to put him back like this so you can continue to look at the back of him as we move into the Green Lantern. So again, you have a pretty neat looking futuristic sports car. This time you have the translucent green parts, which are really neat, nice addition to that. This bubble is crazy. It's got all kinds of nooks and crannies. It is, normally they just slap a bubble on it, but this is really just molded to this card. So it's got some lots of 3D issues there. Makes it a little bit harder for you to see, but I am not seeing any yellowing of any kind, any cracks, any breaking, any brittleness, crush wear at the corners, none of that. And another interesting thing that they make this kind of like that. A lot of times you'll end up, when they're square like they are here at the bottom, these tend to get crushed or else bent or de-sharpened, as it were. But you're not seeing any of that, so I'll show you that car just a little bit more. Got the lantern ring at the top, turbojets in the back, nice sleek look in the front. Let's look at the rest of the card. Let that light shine off of it. I'm not seeing anything, maybe a slight bit of, maybe some sticker wear right there, possibly, or some schmutz from being on a shelf or even just being in the box. Not really seeing anything jumps out at me on this, so we'll flip it over to the back. We'll look around there. Now, as always, I'm just one person, so if you happen to see something, please let us know. Leave a message in the comments so that we can let people be aware. This, again, I think is from the bubble. When they attach it, you'll get some wear on the other side where they glued it, and I think that might even just, I don't know. Let's just call that a dent. Let's call that a dent. It might have been up against something else at some point between manufacture in 2011 and getting to the consigner coming here. But all around in great condition. So there you have it. That is the Green Lantern, and we're going to throw him back there one more time while we jump into some Joker action. Check it out. That's a pretty fair depiction, I think, a pretty accurate depiction of what a car would be if it were the Joker. You got that grill with the shining teeth on them. You got the exposed engine, the greens and the purples. And the thing that I like about this car, in addition to, check out the rims, have that slight orangish tint, and then the undercarriage there has more of that orange. It's the same orange that you see in his undershirt. So I think that's a pretty neat piece right there. I like that artwork. Let's get to it in a moment while I finish showing you the rest of this card, because I don't see anything, no issues with these cards. These are all pretty sturdy. The stuff that they made here in 2011 for this particular line of cars, the bubbles were pretty sturdy. You got double bubble inside, you got the inner bubble, you got the outer bubble, and even the outer bubble, I think partly at least because of the way that this is beveled, didn't get too much damage. You can see straight through to Superman's face on the left here. You know that he's not yellowed. Really clear bubble. Now let's look at the actual card. Zoom out a little bit. Check that out. I'm not seeing any scuffing. Not seeing any dents, creases. None of that corner wear that you often see. Turn it over on the back. Again, just that little bit of crimping from where they put the J-tag protector on. Keep it from getting yanked off the shelf, off the peg. And then just this kind of standard. So you see it's got that little waffle mark in it. So I bet you know what I bet you that is? I bet you that's when they put it on the plate. When they put it on the plate to put the glue, to glue this down, and the chomper comes down and glues it on there, I bet you that's a manufacturing thing. But not all of them have it, so some manufacturing is better than others, and if this is something that is a no-go for you, then be aware of it before you bid. We like to have full disclosure. We want you to know everything about it. And finally, we're going to move on to the man, the myth, the Kryptonian, the Superman piece right here. Love that car. Love the way that the spoiler becomes a cape. Standard red, yellow, blue with black accents. The silver in the wheels makes it really nice. Let's get it to focus a little bit better. There we go. We got the front, back, and the underneath there. Wish we could see the bottoms of these, but fortunately, that's what we got instead. Still, it looks nice. The blue on the yellow, it's got that nice Justice League artwork. And finally, we'll show you Superman himself in all his glory. Anybody know who did the artwork on these? I'm used to the older George Perez artwork, so I don't know who did some of this newer stuff, but it looks pretty neat. That little Rob Liefeld look to it. So a little bit of scuff right there. Maybe some sticker wear. Is that what that might have been? You can see it. See it on the surface there. Nothing at the corners. Flip it over on the back. And looking pretty good. Some slight imperfection right there. Again, might be a manufacturing, might be a shelf schmutz. Either way. So we'll show you the back for one more second. Then we will flip them all over. Whoop. Getting away from me there. That wily Joker. And there you have it. You can bid on one, all, or any of these by heading on over to TheBigToyAuction.com, where you will see these. You can leave your pre-bids right here, right now. Click on the button, or you can join us again on auction day. As we close live, that's going to give you the best opportunity to bid live on these. Defend your bids against everybody else trying to put it into their collection. Whichever way you choose, we certainly look forward to seeing you at the auction.